Right, and up close and personal में हम आज जब बात करते हैं, so you know when we go back into the any one of you can go first. When we go back into the history of Avari, your father, I was reading about him, late Bairamdi Avari, and you know I was reading about the amazing sailing gold medalist that he was in 1978, and then you were telling me about your mum as well. So I'd have you continue with the foundation, and then we build it on.
The actual foundation was my grandfather.
Okay.
But we
go further?
We'll come back, yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
But in 1978, against all odds, and my father won the first gold medal for Pakistan in sailing in the 1978 Asian Games.
Oh, wow.
But what was even more amazing was the second time when in 1982, it was in India. He partnered with our mother, and they won the gold medal again. And this time, my mother was the first woman to win a gold medal for Pakistan in any sport.
Wow!
That was in 1982.
1982.
And that also shorts, t-shirts in
no
1982, and winning it in a sport like sailing.
Wow! I mean, you know, sailing is a great sport as well. So, how do you take after? Do you feel like you are able to live into your grandfather's and your father's shoes, and you know, you with your dad? Like, I mean, we're looking at these generation of amazing alpha, male and female, right?
Yeah,
absolutely, and female, if I may say. So, how do you feel?
Well, Xerxes is the one has taken part in the Asian Games, so I'll let him answer this.
Absolutely.
And his daughter.
Well, absolutely great, because you know, you learn from your forefathers, so that's what you do. You take up from them, they teach you, and you are what you are because of them, and then you move forward.
Yeah,
so that's the best way.
I believe you are bringing in a lot of modern aspects to it as well, right? I'm hoping that you... Okay, absolutely. So you know, what is one of the most important lessons that your father taught you and then your father taught you?
Okay. Well, the thing is that you know, in business, in life, so life's lessons are there, and as a father, mentor, and as the head of the business, you also see many things and you learn many things, right? So one of the, I think, poignant lessons is, and it's a life lesson.
Of course.
So he said that, you know, if someone does you a favor, you do them a favor for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
But if someone attacks you, you slap them down as much as you can as well. Because you don't take it standing down. So you stand up for what you believe, stand up for your beliefs and your philosophy, and be firm in your conviction.
How empowering is that? How lovely is that?
And another thing is integrity.
Integrity.
This is very important to the verbal word is more important than the written word. And really that's what I think was very important growing up.
Yeah.
And
but that lacks so much here, right?
It lacks.
It lacks a lot.
It lacks in Pakistan. Unfortunately, it does lacks in Pakistan. But another important thing which she told us, because when we started, we both did our college from IBA, University of Karachi, and then when we started, of course, we think we know everything.
Yeah.
And we are great.
We're going to conquer the world.
Yeah, gung ho.
Gung ho, yeah.
Business is very, very flexible. There's only grey areas. There's no black and white.
Yeah.
He taught us a very important lesson, which his father, our grandfather, taught him and us. And he had a very nice phrase. And if I'm wrong, you correct me. He said that rules are made for fools, for children in schools, and donkeys and mules.
Oh my God, that is so, yes.
And then who makes the rules? You and I. So who can change the rules? You and I.
Yeah.
And that's very important in an environment, especially in business environment where you are working with 3,000 people and their families. 3,000 is your direct
Bilkul, absolutely, employee. Families as well.
So there's nothing like a black and white.
Yeah.
So you may make the rules, okay, someone has to come at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning. But if someone comes at 12 because there was an emergency or something that happens recurring, you may have to allow it. This is just an example.
Of course,
It's the matter is the flexibility.
It's about
the ability to adapt.
And it's humanitarian, because that is the main thing that he taught us. We must be humane.
Yeah.
We are in business to make money. We are not
here
for charity.
Of course.
We do charity.
Of course.
But we must be humane.
Making money as well. So social work with responsibility, but also making sure that your business is looked after as well.
You see,
how amazing is that?
You compartmentalize all parts of your business or all parts of your life. There's family, there's business, there's sport, there is looking after people, there's the social aspect.
after people.
So that's what it is. So if you backtrack, if I may just jump forward to something like COVID.
Yeah.
So COVID took place. Some industries did very well, like the delivery business and things like that, which boomed. But a lot of businesses went, had very, very difficult times. So the hotel industry was one of them. Everything was shut down. We couldn't operate restaurants, no meeting rooms, no nothing, only the rooms. So people are confined to their rooms. It's very,
and
very
how
difficult.
exciting will that be after all?
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
So in that period, we never laid off anyone. We never let anyone go. So the social aspect comes in. I mean, a country like Pakistan, where is the social safety net for people? So log ka dekhbhal kaise hoga? Kaise dekhbhal hoga? Kaise dekha jayega?
And that is so kind and so thoughtful. And what a great business model that is to not just abandon people just because you can't afford to do it. हम बात कर रहे हैं hospitality की, खासतौर पे हम बात कर रहे हैं अवारी की, और अवारी का क्या standard of hospitality है? So what is the standard of अवारी, to people, and how you want people to see it?
Well, the thing is that we want it to be a comfortable and happy experience. That is the most important thing. All our hotels are 4-star or 5-star. We don't mind going down to the 3-star level depending on what the market is. But we want to ensure that when you go to Avari Express Skardu, if you go to Avari Express Gulbarg, you go to Avari Express Islamabad, the person traveling knows what to expect, and he or she know this is the amenities, these are the facilities, and they know the comfort levels that they're facing. Avari Express was concept was created by our dad, because he said for the working middle class who are traveling, especially in the secondary cities. And it's affordable, you get a large room, it's a clean room, good shower. Shower is very important.
And quick check-ins. Showers are so important. Yes.
And you get in, you get out. Majority of the time you're out anyway.
Yes.
So you have a small restaurant where you eat your dinner maybe, and then you're.
I've had an experience with the Avari Express. Good. I think it was in Skardu. I mean, and what you basically see is there's a very seamless process. It's very quick in and out, and it kind of fits that concept. So, when I look at the modern challenges that you face with running a place in today's day and age, what do you think are the issues we face in hospitality nowadays?
Well, in hospitality or in any business, of course, there's a regulatory environment that you have to deal with. And things are some for the better, obviously some for the worse. So when you talk about regulatory environment, for example, you have got the Sindh and Punjab food authorities that have come in, which never used to be there before. I think that's very positive because you are going towards hygiene, cleanliness, and things which need to be done. So even today, for example, if you go to Boat Basin to say broast and have a tikka or have a broast chicken, you can see now their cooking ranges are stainless steel, सफाई हुई है. पहले कितना गंदा होता था, अभी इतना बहुत ज़्यादा साफ सुथरा हुआ है. तो ये positive changes होती है. So in the hospitality trade, there's a positive change. In any business environment, one of the biggest challenges is fake news, and that is because of social media and the ability to put fake photos with fake things, and वो बहुत गंदा हो गया, and that is creating trouble.
Has that ever happened with Avari? Have you ever experienced something like that, in which someone's tried to malign the name?
Yeah, well, not the name. We had a direct challenge 2 years ago, an attack on the family for allegations that we were not a very bad allegation against us. And it was completely false, obviously, but it was a life and death situation. Actually, it could have been that dangerous. It was that dangerous, really? And we had to come out swinging with our own social media campaign, news campaign. We put out statements in the press, in the paper. So you had to counter it, but it was completely false and fake. So that is any business or any prominent family or any. Your grandfather would be so proud. So, touch wood. Touch wood. That's it, right? Touch wood. To say that the kind of struggles you're dealing with are modern day struggles, right? And it's definitely not easy. So, have we seen any changes in the Avari structure as well? How do you feel like, as if, we're heading towards sustainability environment as well? Is that something Avari is focused on? Very much so, because my son Behram and Xerxes over here, they're working closely on trying to bring solar into Beach Luxury Hotel. Amazing. Because we have luckily we have the footprint. Yeah. So, that's one thing. And also solar into Avari Lahore. Again, we got a large footprint. It can take the solar panels and all.
we've been working on this for a long time, but we are very, very keen. We must go solar. We have to go as green as possible. And it helps us also. It's not a question that, okay, it's only environment. Naturally,
of course, you're saving power costs.
You're saving power costs. But you are using your nature to give the same service.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I really like that because, you know, if you are retaining staff to ensure that in a bad economic time, they're not being laid off because you're supporting their families, then you have the responsibility to the environment as well to make sure that we're not producing so much waste.
Exactly.
So for nowadays, I think any company gets to stand out and shine if they are moving towards a greener economy. So I like that. I definitely like that. So what steps have we taken for this green economy? For the green, you know, community that we're trying to build over?
So, for example, one, you've got the solar thing. Second thing, what we're looking at also is as we replace equipment, we look at better, more fuel efficient, or even more environmentally friendly equipment as you go on.
Great.
So you have to do that.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing. So you're reducing the carbon footprint. Touchwood hotels, by and large, are not heavy carbon
they're not.
emitters. It's a pretty good business.
Yes.
For example, even one of the things we like is we have gardens in our hotels. So we like to keep the gardens, you know. We do need to maybe convert part of them for business purposes as halls of water, but we will not ever let those gardens go.
I really love the way Awari is placed as well, the one that's here in the heart of Karachi city. It's in multiple levels, right? So you get to enjoy the pavement aspect of it as well, and then you get to walk into a nice big garden as well.
That's right.
And you know, if you're planting more trees, then you're more in line with
exactly.
how beautiful
and we
it
don't
looks.
let trees be broken down or removed like that. In fact, we had to actually move 2 massive palm trees at one time because they were impeding the flow. And we didn't just chop it up and throw it away. We actually retransplanted it at Beach Luxury from Awari.
How lovely is that? Oh my God, good job. I love that. I mean, see, media would have never known this information. Now let's make this viral.
If I may interject one thing, you know, Beach Luxury is understated. People don't really realize, but you should come and see the environmental footprint there.
Really?
We have got
we've had events over
coconut trees. Exactly. We've got coconut trees dating back to 1947 when the hotel was first built.
हम बात कर रहे हैं modern challenges with respect to hospitality and hoteling. And you know, आजकल के ज़माने में अगर आप देखें, हर कोई एक बेहतर opportunity ढूंढ रहा होता है. तो talent को पाकिस्तान में रखना भी कितना मुश्किल है. So Dinshaw, if I was to ask you a question, how is it that हम talent retain karte hain in Awari? How is it that you're not losing people? We had one of your chefs come in as well from you know, the Japanese restaurant, and he had been there for a long time, very happy. And how do you do that?
Let me give me 2 minutes for this. First of all, our sons and our daughters and our nephews and nieces are 4th generation Awaris now in Pakistan in over 80 years. Since 1933, when my grandfather came from Bombay. Now, that's not because we took a chains and we tied them up and we said, okay, now you're staying here.
We'll have to check.
But the thing is, it is inherent. We feel that looking after people, looking after our family is inherent in us. It's part of our job, but it's part of somehow in our family's DNA.
Of course.
We have Santosh Hari, who is the longest serving person who worked with my father. He's been with us for, I'm 57, he's worked longer than I have.
Wow.
You know, so longer than I've been born.
Over 60.
Wow.
Over 60 years. So we don't like anyone to go. It's saying something like womb to tomb. We want people to remain because, first of all, they bring experience.
How beautiful is
and
that?
The two of us have to learn from that. Even today, Hari works with us, Sarwar works with us. There are people who are working with us for 30 years, 40 years, you know. And the thing is that we are very happy with them. Where you need young people, we got the young people. Where you need that experience, we have the experience.
Yeah, which is why Awari is so beautiful with modern touch and traditional values. This is how I introduced us.
And we have our own training department. We teach our own people everywhere we go, whether it was Gilgit and Skardu, we taught the local population. We didn't import people from Punjab and Sindh and everywhere. Because we want that empowerment to take place.
And local community support?
Local community support is very important.
Absolutely.
And the local community support we must support them.
बिल्कुल.
So these are some of the ways that we.
And local community support से अगर मैं ये चीज़ उठाती हूँ और अगर हम local suppliers पर आ जाएं and food vendors पर आ जाएं, so Xerxes, how would you build on that? How is the food scene at Awari? Tempt us before we go for break.
Sure. So quickly, to cover that,
Yeah.
for the locals, you of
Yeah.
course you buy local. You have to. Its transportation is expensive and everything. So you try to get all the local vendors. So you expand the chain of supply chain, shall we say?
Yeah.
But you're also empowering and developing businesses of those communities. So when
Absolutely.
we talk about training people of Skardu or Gilgit or other areas where you want to keep the people there,
Yes.
then you're also giving business
You're giving back,
opportunities
yeah.
to people to become vendors to the hotel. So
Bilkul.
that's important.
Yes.
You know, so you're creating an ecosystem
Yeah.
for sustainability and also for the business and for supply.
Love that.
On the food side, when you talk about development of food, so for example, going back when my grandfather started the buffet concept, people wrote in the papers, in Dawn and other papers, that Mr. Awari is treating us like cattle, making us get up and take our own food. Because the idea was plated service in those days, silver service. फिर जब buffet आया, आज तो buffet बगैर हम जी नहीं सकते.
नहीं जी सकते,
तो उन्होंने जब
yeah.
introduce किया तो backlash.
तो हम अवारी की जल्दी से थोड़े से restaurants की बात कर लें. If you can tell us the kind of restaurants we have from back in the day to Bake and Take to how things have changed, please tell us.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
again, picking up,
Yeah.
our grandfather was the first to introduce Chinese food to Pakistan. और आज the top-notch Chinese restaurant Pakistan का dynasty है. It was
Yeah.
morphed into that.
Yeah.
Talking about Bake and Take, we had
Yeah.
this concept कि
Yeah.
जब अवारी शुरू हुआ था तो एक छोटा सा हमने कहा कि कैफे टाइप आउटलेट बनाते हैं कि लो कॉस्ट लोग इंजॉय करते. हमारे गोल ऑफिस वाले काम करते थे. दे कम इन, यंग चिल्ड्रन कम इन. वही आप स्विमिंग करके आती थी तो स्विमिंग के बाद ग्रैब फिश एंड चिप्स, chicken nuggets, so these things. So we had this little outlet which was started. So it was predated all the cafe culture जो आज कराची में है. बस बन गई थी और लोग enjoy करते थे.
And अभी भी लोग I think अवारी में खाना काफी enjoy करते हैं, right?
तो और Bake and Take का जो बात आप करते हैं, इतने लोग हमको कहते हैं कि हमने हमारा फर्स्ट डेट वहाँ किया था, हमने दोस्तों के साथ इतना एंजॉय किया था, माँ बाप के साथ हमने ये खाना खाया था. तो that's something where there's nostalgia in that.
Nostalgia in that, and I would love to talk to you guys even more about this because I think there's so much nostalgic memories associated with Awari Hotel and weddings and so many things that have happened over there.